Pearl through the state of Mississippi versus Leon Seals. This was the base case is an appeal, misdemeanor criminal case in Pearl. Has been appealed to the Rankin County Court. Mr. Seals has filed a motion for affidavit for indigency, that he wants to be able to proceed with a waiver of any of the appeal costs. And as part of that motion, he has filed an affidavit of indigency. And we are operating under Mississippi Code 99-35-105, which deals in pertinent part. That says if the appellant shall make an affidavit that he is unable to prepay the cost, he shall have an appeal without prepayment of cost, and his appeal shall stay the judgment appealed from. It shall be the responsibility of the county in which the conviction was taken to timely prepay all costs when an indigent appellant makes an affidavit that he is unable to make such payments. The operative words here are unable, so that's what we'll be doing here, is talking about Mr. Seals' inability to make such payments as are required. I believe the total cost bond is $1,223.25. There's a cash bond of appeal bond of $100 per charge. There are 3 charges. And then assessments of $181.75 times each charge. All right, so that's kind of where we are. All right, so Mr. Seals, you have filed your affidavit, so I just got a couple of questions. So I'm just going to go through this with you. You're not an employee of any business?
No, sir.
So are you on disability, or you have a job, any other job, what?
I applied for disability. I haven't been accepted at the moment.
And when did you apply?
About a month ago.
Okay. So it's too early to have gotten a response?
Yes, sir.
When's the last time you held a job?
I actually been self-employed pretty much the last 15 years doing mechanic work.
What kind of mechanic?
Just mobile mechanicing.
Like cars and stuff?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Did you work, so you work for yourself, did you work there at your residence with that business?
Pretty much just mobile around the city of Pearl
Okay.
and Rankin County area.
So if I lived in Pearl and I had a car problem, I could call you and that's the kind of stuff you did?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, so you still do that?
Not at the moment, actually. I've been dealing with the Pearl Police Department. They just stacked multiple charges on me, and I beat multiple charges, and they still coming after me. So it pretty much put me in a stress. Basically, I feel like they have to get me, so it threw my work schedule off, financially, my family. Pretty much just messed my whole life up, pretty much.
When's the last time you think you made I'll just call it a service call, but when's the last time you made a repair on a vehicle?
Probably month and a half, maybe.
Okay.
2 months.
Without getting into the medical reasons for the disability, does the disability you're applying for prevent you from doing that kind of work?
Yes, sir. I'm applying for just disability. You said not get into the.
Well, that's up to you. I'm not going to ask you about it, but what my question essentially is, does your disability keep you, like if I'm in Pearl and my car broke down and I need Leon to come fix my car, are you going to be able to come fix my car?
I guess it all depends on what's wrong with it. It's basically what's going on. Like I be wanting to work, but I get exhausted and tired real fast and sleeping according to I got Crohn's disease, started having seizures, and I got diagnosed with PTSD. So it all depends on the mood. The mood swings, like every day I be depressed. So.
Okay. All right. So in the past 12 months, you've received no money from any other source such as disability, retirement, investment income, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So you worked a month and a half ago, did you get paid for that job?
It all, most likely I did. If I did a job, I could get paid, yes, sir.
All right, so let's get a little timeline going. So for the last year, so this is November So from November of last year, moving forward, give me an estimate about how often you would, like, take a job per month, you think?
Probably 2 to 3 jobs per month.
Okay.
It's extremely decreased since I've been dealing with the situation with Pearl probably the last 3 years.
Okay. But to be clear, is Pearl doing anything to stop you from doing that work? I mean, I know we have charges and stuff that y'all are going through, but they're not, are they stopping you from working on mechanic and stuff?
They harassing me pretty much, and like I'm paranoid, and I think they have to get me. So, and people call me about a job, and I think I'm being set up because Pearl started harassing me. So I actually be scared to go do the job. So I guess it's kind of like paranoid, I guess.
Okay, okay. In kind of an indirect inability to work as opposed to them coming up to you and saying, Mr. Seeley, you cannot fix cars, but they didn't.
Oh, no, sir.
It's, you feel the pressure of the indirect presence of the police.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, so your total monthly income is 0, so nothing, from employment, disability, public assistance. Your monthly expenses are $1,219. And I noticed that you're married and your wife is employed, so, and, you have, how many children do you have?
3.
3. So, and they all live there with you?
Yes, sir.
And, so I'm assuming then that y'all are living off your wife's salary?
Yes, sir.
You do own a cell phone?
Yes, sir.
Your monthly bill is $280. Your wife pay that?
Yes, sir. All 4 of us got cell phones combined together.
Okay. All right. You gamble?
No, sir. Not recently. I was gambling.
When would be the most recent time?
Probably last time I seen the board of supervisors at a gambling game, probably 6 months ago.
And, what's your game of choice?
Poker.
All right, and you and your wife own the house you're in?
Yes, sir. We got a mortgage, but yeah, I think that's considered we own it. If we got a mortgage, paying a mortgage on
Yeah, no, well, I understand that.
it. Yes, sir.
The bank owns it, they just let you live there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right. And you, claim you have $255.77 in the bank account, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And the vehicle you own is a 2005 Trailblazer. You guys have multiple cars here,
Yeah.
a 05 Tahoe, a 2010 maybe Charger?
Chrysler.
Chrysler, I'm
Yes,
sorry.
sir.
So you got 3 vehicles?
Yes, sir. About 4, actually, about 4 vehicles. My son drives a 2005 Tahoe. My wife drives a Chrysler. My daughter drives a Trailblazer, and I got a Ford F-150. It should be on there, and I got a van that ain't running at the moment.
Okay. Other than the van, the rest of them are running now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you owe any money on any of them?
No, sir.
All right, not paying rent because you own no other land. You said you got 3 guns worth about $350, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then, paragraph 20 says you have no means of obtaining funds to pay the costs associated with this appeal. Could your wife not pay these for you?
No, sir. We're actually behind on the bills right now. I'm trying to get the money to catch up on the bills.
So I'm not recommending this or suggesting this, just asking a question. If you got 4 vehicles that are in running order and you don't owe any money on any of them, could you go to title company or something and get $1,500 from on one of the cars?
It's possible to put me furthermore in debt, but yes, sir, it's possible. And I actually talked to a couple of people about putting the property up.
Like borrowed against the property?
Where I seen where you can put your property up as an appeal. I guess the appeal cost is basically saying you gonna show up for court.
Yes, well, and that brings up an interesting point, and you probably get a better rate if you, like, I'm just making up a bad example here, with your Trustmark or Origin Bank or Citizens or whoever, bank on your property, if you didn't know anything on your property, or a little bit, even if it was a second mortgage, you could borrow $1,000, $2,000. I'm saying that's a possibility. Okay.
I actually have a lot of, I've tried to get a loan before, and I never been successful getting a loan, so.
Anything else you need me to understand about your situation?
Pretty much, the Perry Police Department put me in financial stress. I had multiple attorneys. I basically hired probably over 7 attorneys. So every time I had the chance, had the funds to appeal my cases, I paid for them out of pocket. And my attorney, Ed Reiner, died. I had gave him like $7,000, and he died in the middle of the process. So I hired another attorney, and they basically drained me for all my money.
And when you paid it, he died not too long ago, right?
Yes, sir.
And so when you paid him that $7,000, where'd that money come from?
I actually had saved up. I actually was doing pretty good.
Have you contacted his office about getting any of that money back?
No, sir. I talked to Kim Phillips, and she said I paid Ed, and since then I'd had one attorney tell me he might have an estate or something. I probably been looking to was getting it back. But
Okay. And okay. Anything else?
no, sir.
All right, you can sit back over there. Mr. Barry, you're still sitting here, so you have any input on this case?
No, sir, I do not. In fact, I don't have any input on it.
Okay. Just want to give you an opportunity.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have not been excused, so I'm still here for the court, so.
All right, okay, all right. So, Mr. Seals, that's all you got?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, so back on statute 99-35-105, it says that, as I mentioned, shall make affidavit he is unable to prepay the cost. And this is not the appeal. This is not the hearing on the actual charges, which are criminal charges, which would be beyond a reasonable doubt. This is just a preponderance of the evidence, which is more reliable, which is more believable than not. There's really no articulated standard other than the discretion of the court. I find that, Mr. Seals, I am familiar with the dispute, the ongoing gun battle, figuratively speaking, between Mr. Seals and the City of Pearl Police Department. I know that's a rolling furball there, but he did testify that he has worked in the last 12 months, that he has worked up until about 6 weeks ago, that if he did do work, he would get paid. And there's nothing, I don't find there's any reason that Pearl, I understand that there might be some perceived stress or factors that relate to the City of Pearl that might interfere with his work, but they're not stopping him from working. And he would be self-employed, so it's not like he's got to be somewhere 8 to 5 a day. And the cost of the appeal here is low. Mr. Seals does have the ability to either borrow money against the 4 vehicles that he owes for his property. I know that would put a financial burden on him, but we all have those financial burdens that are part of everyday life that we have. Had Mr. Seals been a single man, having to live off of donations and church funds and stuff like that, I think it'd be a different critter. And I'm not trying to impose this on his wife, but anyway, under preponderance of the evidence standard, I don't find that he is unable to pay the cost, so I'm going to deny his motion for indigency, informal pauperous in this case. So, Mr. Seals, whatever time's left on the appeal, you've got that time. So do you know how much, when did you file the appeal? November 6th?
Yes, sir.
6th? So you've got, 12th, you filed it on the 12th.
Yeah, I got a guilt on 6, I think, yeah.
All right, what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna give you 30 more days from today, to come up with whatever the money is. So 30 days from today, say the 18th, so December 17th, whatever day of the week that is, if that's December 17th is?
17th is the Wednesday.
Okay. Well, we'll stretch it out to Friday, December the 19th at 5 o'clock, so I'll give you plenty of time to see if you can find money.
Yes, sir, Your Honor, while I'm here, does it do any good for me to, put my property up, for my appeal?
Well, you know, the circuit clerk's office is not really in a position to be able to handle that. Now, you know, if you wanted to talk to a bonding agent or somebody like that who might take it as collateral, they might be willing to do that. The clerk's office is just not, they're not able to, you know, just use a hypothetical situation. Let's say that you came up here, and you wanted to pledge your property, for the bond amount or for the appeal amount, and you didn't show up, you took off running. Well, then they don't have the ability to try to sell your property to get the money back. So they're not the right venue for that. What you're gonna need to do if you wanna pull your property, either one, go to the bank, try to borrow $1,500 from the bank, or go to a bonding agent and say, hey, here's my collateral, you put up the bond for me, they may be willing to do that. They're only willing to and able to take either a bonding company's bond or cash, that's all they can do. And they're restricted by law. And I understand your frustration with that, but they just don't have the ability to do that.
Yes, sir, one more quick question.
Sure.
So if I pay, cash, if I get the cash and pay, and if I end up winning the cases, do I get that cash?
I'll give it back to you. I'll give it
All right.
back to you.
Appreciate it, Your Honor.
Anything else?
That'll be all.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.